So we are live. Hi guys, I've been absent for almost a year. I said I'll keep sharing my trades and everything, but I didn't because I realized that when you become consistent in making money, you keep making money instead of showing off or telling the world that you are making money. If you have to tell the world that you are making money, then it means you have a motive. It could be to earn more money by selling courses or services or a software or a whatever. But I didn't want to do that. I don't intend to do that. So I have been receiving many requests on Discord, Instagram, and everywhere, uh, how I trade and how I do it, how I consistently get two payouts every month from FTMO, and how I keep my live account trading history public and not get bothered with it while trading, and how it doesn't affect my trading, and how do I keep my composure while trading a public account. So that is what the agenda of this live stream is. Earlier, I wanted to create a video, but I didn't have time, and then I thought, why should I spend my time first recording everything and then editing it and then uploading it? So why not just go live and do things in a traditional way? So let's go. This is my account that I started a year ago. So this is the account that I started a year ago in September 2024. I opened this account on August 30 and made my first deposit. And since then, I have been trading it and using this account as my trade journal. As I am only trading gold and I am only trading on this account, this is the only strategy that I am trading, and I am trading it on my personal accounts. I am trading it on my funded accounts, FTMO. So on this account, apparently it shows that I have gained 21%, but that is not the fact. I started depositing more money into this account 2 months ago, I think. And before that, I had already made this much from $500. I kept multiplying $500 and kept withdrawing at the same time when I got my payouts from FTMO. So this account has its history public to the dollar value. Only I keep private, I keep my open positions and open trades private, but as soon as my trades are closed or any position is closed, you get to know after 1 hour because it takes 1 hour to update my FX book. Anyways, so like I was saying, I made most of my profit in the past 2 months when I started depositing more money into it and compounding, but that is not the whole point. In my opinion, dollar value or dollar amount is not the measure of success in trading. In trading, number of pips actually determines your success rate. So in the past year, I have made over 4,300 pips. I executed 270 trades, and with a win rate of 33%, I know this win rate will be very, very surprising for most of you. Like, how can someone trade on a 33% win rate, keep his composure, not lose his confidence, not switch his strategies? And now let's go over to my FTMO, and I'll show you my FTMO certificates and everything. So these are my FTMO certificates. I have made over 29,000 in payouts and over 30,000 if we include two refunds, one for a 100K challenge and the second refund for 200K challenge, which is one refund for 100K challenge and second refund. In fact, I bought the second challenge or 200K challenge from the payout. Here you can see that those 1080 points were deducted from my payout, and this is what I was paid, and this was used to again buy a 200K challenge that I passed and also got refunded. That challenge was also refunded. So if we include this refund plus this refund, it crosses $30,000. And if you see the pattern here, first I cleared my first 100K challenge on 27th of November. Then I traded for the whole December and half of January to get this first payout of $653. And with it, I got the refund here. After that, it was just uh, something clicked, and I kept doing it, and I kept repeating it. So in February, I got two payouts. Then I made it to 1 or 2%, I think, again. But then I got greedy and spent my whole March and all almost 3 weeks of April in drawdown until I made this payout. So after that, I have been repeating the same process that I first, whenever my funded account is reset, whenever I get the account, new funded account after the payout, as you may know that FTMO, every time you get a payout, like this was the first FTMO funded account. Whenever you get paid, you get a new account for the next trading cycle. So I kept getting new accounts and kept getting two payouts per month. How did I do that? I I used to what my strategy is, as soon as I get a new funded account, I start trading on my personal account as the master account, and then I copy those trades, those same trades on these funded accounts. I don't trade all accounts separately, like other trading influencers tell you that if you have two or three funded accounts, first you have to trade one funded account and make 1 or 2% gain, or however how much you can make, and then stop trading it until you get a payout, and then you start trading the other account. I don't do that because I have only one strategy. I have only one process, and I keep repeating it on. I keep executing the same trades on every account. Every single account, I execute the same trade. I don't use a trade copier or anything. I just execute everything manually because I have multiple screens. I you can't see it, but I have two screens. So I'll open multiple C trader windows on both of my monitors, one of the laptop screen and second external monitor, and then I'll execute one by one on every C trader. So this is how I execute. But the thing is, as soon as I get my funded account, I go to as soon as I get my funded account, I'll probably go to 1 to 3% in drawdown, and then what I'll start doing it, and then what what the hell? Okay, this was an this was a this was, I think, the only account in which I opened a trade after the reset, and it went into profit, and then I stopped trading. But the point is, whenever here I'll go into drawdown, and as soon as I get to 1 or 2%, I stop trading on every account, whether it be personal or my funded account or whatever. But I stop trading it. After that, here you can see this same pattern or on all my funded accounts. Here, here, here. So this is the same pattern you can also observe on my FX book. Here you will see that I would trade for some days, 4, 5, 7, maximum 10 days, and then I would stop trading until I get a withdrawal. And after that, I again start trading and then wait for the payout date, because I the same day when I get the payout from FTMO, I withdraw from my personal accounts as well. So this is the pattern that I use, and this is only possible by doing one thing and one thing alone, which is I only trade one strategy, and I trade all my trades are same on every account, meaning every trade is executed on all my accounts, whether be live account, personal accounts, or FTMO funded accounts. I'm not funded with any other prop firm. I'm not doing any challenge with any other prop firm right now. So I have only traded with FTMO for the past year. And as you can see, now I have, and like I said, the same thing you can see here. 4 or 5 days ago, I got these two accounts. One is 100 and 125K, and the other is 200K. This 125K account is the first 100K account that I passed the challenge for, and since then I have been scaled with 25% that made it to 125K, 125K, and also now I am waiting for 28th September, when it will be scaled to 150K automatically, because I have already made the 10% profit, and I have also uh, fulfilled this condition or requirement, as you can see. So, and I also get a 90-10 split ratio on this account. So this is it. And as I have said, as I have told you that on 1st September I got this account, and I got this account on 28th of August, but I have executed the same trade on both accounts. Here is the trade, and what? Okay, that is weird. But anyways, this is how I do it, and let's go over to my strategy. This is how I set up my trading view. This is a free version, and I use trading view as my trade journal. So here I started this live account. This live account, this is the account that you have seen my FX book for, and I have also uploaded yearly statement in discussion section. Here you can go to my FX book and go to its forum or discussion section of the strategy, and you can find this broker statement from my past year trading on this account. This is the same account. So here you can see this is the same account. So everything you can check there. But now let's go and tell me. Now let's go and let me tell you about my trading strategy. The thing that you all have been waiting for and asking me questions about. So, first thing first, I call this strategy emerging price action theory because it's based on the assumption that if something has happened in a particular session few days ago, which resulted in a specific outcome, and you are seeing that same sort of price action today in the same particular session of the day, then you should assume that the outcome of that price action will be the same as it was a few days ago. And most importantly, whenever we want to bet on the outcome of that price action, we only try to enter on impulses. The price action has only two basic types. One is impulse and the second is correction, and the direction of the market is irrelevant at this point. I don't switch time frames, I don't switch anything, and I don't include any other factor in this regard. So I only trade 1 hour. This is how I set up my chart, and the only indicator I am using is this one, Asian session range. And you can pause the video here or whatever. So this is the indicator that I am using, and let me show you its settings. So you can pause the video. You can pause the video here and look at the settings and save them with you. So pause one, pause two, pause three, pause four, and all in these three fields I have this 20% opacity. Visibility is by default whatever it is. So these are the settings. Now what this indicator does is it divides the price action on 1 hour or any less. This indicator doesn't work on a time frame higher than 1 hour. So you have to remember it, 1 hour or less. it will work. But if you go beyond 1 hour, it will not work. I think because I don't go to 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever other time frames there are. So the point is, this indicator will divide the whole price action in three boxes. Green is Asian session, blue is London session, and the red is New York session. And between them, like here, from here to here, from here to here, this is the break or the midnight. So, anyways, let's let's recall my strategy. I am looking at a particular session. I am looking at a particular sort of price action in a specific session of the day, and I go back in time a few days ago, or maybe 2 3 weeks ago, and I see the same price action in the same session, and whatever the outcome was that day, I would assume that the same outcome will be today, and I'll bet on it. So how do I do it on my charts or in practice? I'll show you my live trades. All these trades are available on my FX book. You can tally them there. Or this is where I started the live account, and this was the first trade. So if we go to all history, so here 6th of September, this was the trade. I made 213 pips. This maybe pricing difference, but anyways, this was the trade, and this was based on this price action. I was anticipating that the price action will repeat itself here. This was, I believe, NFP, and during NFP, when it uh, went up, I sold it and then kept it open. This was a classical buy setup, post New York buy setup, in which you get any previous resistance turned into support filled. If I go to, it's worth mentioning that I only journal the trades on TradingView that are 1 or more hours, that are of 1 or more hours. I don't use losses here, or I don't mark losses here. So if let's start from here, I think. Yeah, let's start from here. Same price action was here, and it resulted in two bullish candle at the New York Open. The same thing I did here by executing this trade. I know you want to know about the stop loss and targets. I'll define them uh, after this, because stop loss and targets have nothing to do with structure or anything. In my strategy, I don't use stops and targets based on my price action or the price action read or the market structure. It's completely based on my statistics or data. So this was I again executed the same trade that I traded here. I again executed the same trade here. Watch this. How the first candle of the New York session is working, and watch here. And my targets are based upon the impulse of the previous price action. Like here, the only the main impulse, bullish impulse, was for three candles. I only kept my trade opened for three candles. So regardless of the risk to reward ratio, by default I got 3 hours. But the point is, this is classical New York Open sell setup. If price does this sort of thing in London session that it did here, and with a bearish pin bar, I open a sell trade or short position with a stop above this structure, but not basically above the structure, but based on my gut feeling or my statistics. So this setup has separate statistics, which is why you would see a 65 pip stop here. Anyways, let's go here. So watch this price action and see what it did. Then I saw this price action again building here, and I took this trade based on this. Here it was a break of this inverted head and shoulders, and also I don't remember here plus here. As you may see that I opened that, I waited for one red candle of New York session like here, and then I bought the second candle and exited the trade on the third candle like here. So my targets are not based on structure or the direction of the market or the direction of the higher time frame. So if you have this question in mind, that why don't you keep your position opened, or why don't you hold your position as a swing trader? But the problem is, so the answer to that question is, I am not a swing trader, and this strategy is not based on swing trading. Plus, after more than a decade of trading, I think that the best trades are in which you enter and exit like this. So this is the whole point. And the less pressure I bear during my trades, the best is the best it is for my mental health and everything else in my personal life. So the less I trade, the more happy and normal I am in my personal life. This was based on this price action. I can also give you some examples that I didn't trade, but I know that those things happened here. I'll show you this. This happened in the past. If you see that New York closed, and after that market started consolidating here, and Asian session started and created a created the high of the day after the right after the London session opened, the market started going down. The same thing happened here. Did you see that? Now let's go in future. I opened a trade just like this on just like this price action here. This is a recent trade, I think. Yeah, 8th of July. Watch what happened here. Now watch what happens here. Not happens. Technically both thing happened, but whatever. So New York closed and the price kept going higher, broke above. The market opened with a gap up the next day, came back down. Asian session went up, created another high, lower high, but and after London session, right after the London session opened, the market kept falling. Same thing happened here. I when as soon as the market opened and it created this structure, I was actually waiting for this to happen. So I waited for the New York Asian session to close, and at 12 p.m. when the London session opens, I opened this position based on this price action and check my targets. People often ask me, how do I actually predict my exits, or how my exits are so accurate in terms of sessions, or in terms of lows or highs. This is the reason, because I don't hold trades in the hope that the price will go further in my favor, or I could grab more profit from it. I don't do that. I keep my composure. I keep my uh, core of the strategy that says that you only are targeting the outcome that happened previously. So I was only targeting the end of New York session. Let's go back to where we left. I believe I here it was inverted head and shoulders. One thing. Second thing, check this low, previous low, and check here. I was expecting the same outcome here, so I did it with 3 hours. Although it went into 600 pips in my favor, but I moved the stop and my trade was closed manually here. 16th of May. 16th of May. So here, if you see this trade, then I took this trade. But let me recall what price action that I was looking for. Yeah, this one here. The same price action here, here, and here. After this is the second cell setup that I use. I only use two primary cell setups or shorting setups. First was the New York Open, and the second is if the market if the market closes bullish and the next day market opens with a gap up, creates first candle as bullish, right after the first candle, the second candle, if the second candle is bearish, I will open a sell trade, because the market is supposed to go lower that on that day. This is one trade. This has happened multiple times, like here the market opened with a gap up, first candle, second candle is red. As soon as the Asian session opens, the market starts falling and keeps falling for the rest of the day until the New York session. Or you will find many examples like this here. And these are all verifiable trades. You can pause, you can check the date of these trades and go to my FX book and check there whether I am correct or wrong, or I'm showing you anything that that is not true or whatever. Here, so this trade happened on 2nd of June, June 2nd. So here, this is live account. This is here you can see 737 pips here. This is a 4 hour chart. You will also find this trade here, June, 2nd of June, here, 2nd of June. You can tally the prices and everything. But anyways, let's go further. We talked about this trade previously and this one as well. This is also another buy setup. This is very old buy setup where if the price start creating pin bars to the downside near a resistance, it's supposed to break above that resistance. So this trade. You will find 2 3 trades in my whole in these 270 trades that didn't follow the emerging price action theory. Those trades were from my core gold trading strategy, the old patterns that I trade, and these are completely different. These are uh, completely opposite to what others say, because people tell you to sell near resistance if you see a pin bar. I do the opposite because this is the best place where sellers get trapped. So again, here, check how this Asian and London session played out. The high of the day was created where in London session. So on the same day, the high was created on in London session this day, and as soon as I was waiting for the second last candle to be a pin bar, bullish or bearish, irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I don't want the price action to copy paste itself to the point where it's identical even in candles. I don't want that, because that is a sign that stay away from the market. I don't trade that pattern or emerging price action, because that always 99% of the times it results in a bad move or the opposite of what I am assuming and betting on. So, but anyways, here, second last candle of the London session, as soon as I didn't even wait it to close, and I opened the trade, and I held the trade until the New York session, and that is what I did here. Here I was trading this price action, but it didn't turn out well. But even then, I closed it on. I closed it with 100 pips. So here, if you see that, you can see that Asian and London session of these 2 days have the same price action, right? And the first candle of the uh, New York session is a big red candle here and also here. So I was watching the price action and I was waiting for this red candle to happen here. As soon as the this candle closed, I opened this trade and it turned out well. Uh, it went into, I believe, 250 pips in my favor and then came back. As soon as it didn't break above the New York session before the close of the day, I moved my stop to 100 pips and I closed it. The market closed it on my manual stop or trailing stop. So here, this price action is based on this one. So here to here, I was. If you check this London session and this London session, they have the same price action, and from this price action, like the outcome was a bearish New York session. I was also expecting a bearish price action in London session that I got and made profit on it. So this price action in which Asia and London have the same ceiling. This was the price action from, I don't remember, but the point is, this was the same price action like I showed you before. And you can tally all these trades on my FX book. I will leave the link to this my FX book. You can verify these dates and all these stats for these trades here. And these are the same trades that I have been taking on my personal and also funded accounts that I've showed you profit for. And this trade, this trade I took for here, here, this price action. To you, you might be thinking that I'm fluffing you or I am I'm lying, that you can't see the same thing on the charts that I can see and I am trading based on it. I have a proof for it. I have a live account history for it. But in your case, it might not work because, like I said in my discretionary trading video, it's a completely discretionary edge and it's not based on technical analysis. As you can see, I am not even switching my time frames. I don't even care where the price is going on 4 hour or after the particular session that I am trading, because I don't need to know. Why should I know what the price will do tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or in next week or in next month? Why should I know that? Because I open and close trade based on the previous price action. So I'm that is the point, to get in and get out like this quickly. Hold the trade for 2, 3, 4 hours and then just get out of the trade. So here, the last trade that I took was based on this price action here. This is the trade that I took and I closed it. I closed it with 1 hour. So here, this is the last trade that I took few days ago. In fact, the day before yesterday. Yeah, here. I saw this Asian session doing this thing and then London session doing this thing, and I waited for the first candle of the New York to be red or to be bearish, which is what happened here. And as soon as this candle closed, I opened this trade and I only kept it open for 1 hour because it failed to go higher. It failed to go higher. It was supposed to go higher, uh, according to this price action. It was supposed to go higher than this Asian session. It didn't, so I closed it, and turned out it went higher on the following day or today. In fact, yesterday, the new day has started. So this is my strategy now. Going back to basics, I don't use stop loss or take profit based on market structure. My stop loss is based on my average maximum excursion, maximum risk excursion, sorry, which means that I calculate the average of my past 10 losing trades so that I can find what is the average number of pips that the market goes opposite to my trade, or in negative or in loss. So I use that as default stop loss. These days, my default stop loss is 100 pips, or if the market is not moving much in some days, I'll shrink it to 50 pips, like I used in the recent trade 2 days ago. Here, it was it was 50 pips, and I only kept this trade open for 10 minutes. And let me show you this trade on my funded accounts. So this is 125K account. This is 125K account. There are 12 days remaining for the payout. And here, this is the trade, 1st September. And here, you can verify or tally the prices here and on my FX book. And I believe I showed you on my own personal C trader. So the same trades here on 125K account. At the end of September, it will be scaled to 150K, and I'll have 350K allocation by then. On 200K account, the same trade. There is This is the same trade here. You can pause the screen, or whenever you want to verify something, you can pause the screen and tally the figures and stats and everything. So I've stopped trading both of these accounts until I find another opportunity. By the way, this 200K account is supposed to be scaled by 29th of November. So I have 3 months left to make 10% profit so that I can scale it to 250K. So by then I'll have a 150K account, 150K account, and then this one will be 250K account, hopefully. And this will make the max allocation of 400K, and then I'll start going for 4% profits per reward to get prime status and unlock 600K allocation. I'm never targeting for more than 2 or 3% per payout, because it doesn't serve the purpose, I believe. You should do something that is repeatable, and not just repeatable for 1 or 2 or 3 months. It should be repeatable for at least a year. And as you can see, I've traded only for 9 months with FTMO, and I've got 14 rewards, and these are the rewards that I've got. So far, I have 14 rewards, and I am I am up 0.5% on both of my funded accounts right now. So one has 8 days left for the payout, and the other has, I believe, what was it, 10 days, 12 days left for the payout. So most probably, I won't trade both of these accounts until I get the payout. 8 days for this one and 12 days for this one. So all of this might be very confusing and surprising for you, but and most importantly, all of this will be looking very effortless. But this is not the case. This is not something that you could achieve without efforts. Let me tell you how I do it again. So, oh, I missed a point. I only have, as you can see, I have only gold charts in my trading view. I don't have any other chart in my trading platforms, C Trader or anywhere. So here, this is my Oanda chart that I use to journal my trades. Then I have the second chart of Python. This chart is different because it also shows you 00 candle, 00 hours candle, but traditional broker chart doesn't show that. Like here on Capital, and this one is from capital.com, and this one is for gold futures. So why I am keeping four charts at the same time, and all four are of gold. This one is I am using, and this one is the nearest to my broker and FTMO chart. Also, FTMO also uses Oanda charts because recently they bought Oanda. So I use Oanda as my primary chart on TradingView. The second is Python to check the direction of the gap, and Capital on capital.com. The chart from capital.com has different 4-hour candles than the traditional broker charts. If you check, this is Oanda chart, right? So here are the 4-hour candles. But if you go to capital.com chart, the 4-hour candles are completely different, which defeats the purpose of every ICT trader because any FVG you are looking, any FVG you discover on one chart, it might not even be visible on another broker's or exchange chart. Considering the fact that both have different timings and candles and everything. So I just mentioned this funny thing about FVG or ICT trading space or SMC because if 90% people are losing money and 90% people are using or teaching ICT, then what does it mean? What does it mean? Anyways, so these are the things that I wanted to share, and it was, anyways, you cannot achieve this level by, I have my email opened here, and these emails are from, let me refresh the page. This is not a gimmick, or this is not a something made up. I'm searching for my broker's emails in my official email. So if I go to the last page, these these emails are from 2016, and I have been depositing and trading since 2015. I jumped into trading in 2013, but I wholeheartedly started trading in 2015 when I started a job in a company called Flexi Analysis that used to provide services like technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and other things here. So this is my LinkedIn, and you can see that if you search for Flexi Analysis, you will see what it is. They provide technical and fundamental analysis. This is my profile on my FX book. I joined my FX book in 2016. Does any of your trading influencer, any of your trading influencer at all, has the proof to show you that would prove that they have been trading for 10 years or anything like that? Because I have, as you can see, I am showing you my broker transactions since 2016, and I have been part of a trading education space since 2015. I have my profile set up since on my FX book since 2016. I have my C Trader profile active since I believe 2018 or 19. I started trading on C Trader, I think on, yeah, 2018. And this is the live trading volume that I have traded so far. So any of your trading influencer, any at all, can they show you this kind of stuff? Except Tom Dante, Tom Hugard, Sam KB. These are three persons that I know since my early days, and this is my Facebook. And on my Facebook, I have a trade journal album since 2017. So I have gone through everything. The same people who would be commenting that why I don't hold trades. I was holding trades for 802 pips and 700 pips, 500 pips in 2017, but it didn't make money. I mentioned this problem in my first trading video on YouTube that if you are undercapitalized, even 800 pips move wouldn't make any difference. It may not provide you sufficient money or sufficient dopamine. So I was struggling with the same problem as many beginners do, undercapitalization. Now, Alhamdulillah, I don't have the same problem. I don't have the money problem. So I don't have to hold these trades for longer. I created a system after over a decade in markets that helps me get in and out quickly and capitalize on impulses of the market. So this is it. I believe there is no one on chat. 6 views. If I needed views, if I needed views or if I needed money, I would be doing this thing that I'm not doing anymore. I have set my Fiverr profile on unavailable because I don't provide services anymore. It has been a year, I think. It's been a year, I think. Yeah, it's been a year since I stopped providing services on my Fiverr, Upwork, and on my digital marketing agency because I know all your content creators. I know three big names on YouTube that I have been writing scripts for and creating graphs and everything. Those guys yap around YouTube with confidence like they know everything. And the fact is, I am the person who was behind those scripts and everything. One of them is selling a $2,500 subscription, and what I don't know, but I don't want to do this anymore. The freedom that they talk about, those influencers talk about, that oh, we are free, let me show you our Lamborghini. Oh, I'm free, let me show you my yacht or whatever. That is not freedom. If you have to show your money or if you have to show your public uh, wealth, then you are not wealthy at all, I think. The wealth you are showing is maybe rented or whatever, but you show money to attract money, to sell your services, to sell your courses and everything. I have worked with crypto.com, I have worked with Trade Nation, I have worked with many brokers, I have created whole complete websites of prop firm reviews, broker reviews. I know how broker reviewing websites place brokers on spots. I know how much the top one broker that the broker reviewing website is vouching for, paying to the website for that number one spot. And the same thing is happening to prop firm reviewing website. So this is my Upwork profile, and I have made over 10K just providing signals. Back in 2022 and 2023, I used to provide signals to a Romanian investment firm, Sodera Solutions. So if you Google them, you will find them. And I have worked with crypto.com. I have worked with Trade Nation. I have worked with everyone, honest, to be very, very honest. I don't do anything else except this. I don't look at fundamental calendar. I don't look at other instruments. I don't look at anything else. Literally.